guys, welcome back to my channel, Creative Hands by Shay. So in today's tutorial, I will be showing you how to make a cat ear stripe beanie. So if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you will love this tutorial and you'll be able to make one of your own in either one of the sizes that I will be showing you. So I will be showing you how to make this hat from a toddler size to an adult size. So I will be using a 4.5mm crochet hook. You will need a darning needle, you will need a scissors, and measuring tape. So I have my measuring tape here. So I will show you step by step how to put it together. It is quite easy and simple, and this hat will work up in a jiffy. So guys, let's jump in the video. So guys, to begin, we will start off by making a slip knot. Insert your hook, wrap it around, and pull up a loop. So I am making a child size, so I'll put on the screen for all the other sizes. So I am going to chain 72. So my daughter head circumference is 19, but I want to make some chains where in which it is not exactly 19 inches in length. So that is what you're going to do. If you want a more accurate measurement, you can make your chains and wrap it around your head to see how much you get. But I came up with these measurements so you can follow along from this. But if, as I stated, if you want something more accurate, then you can go ahead and do your own measurement. So I am going to go ahead and chain 72 and then I'll be back with you. So guys, now I have come to the end of making my 72 chains. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work in the back bumps. Because it's black, it's a bit hard to see, but all you have to do is just flip your work around to the back and you will see some bumps around there. So instead of working into the front, we're going to work into the back so we can get a nicer brim here. So you're going to yarn over and you're going to skip 1, 2, 3 and into the fourth stitch, the fourth chain here, I should say, you're going to place 1 double crochet. And into each and every stitch, you're going to place 1 double crochet. The chain 3 that we skip is going to count as our first double crochet. So continue to do this all the way until you get to the end, and I will meet back with you. So guys, now I have come to the end of making my first round there, and I'm just going to do the measurement so you can see. So from here to here, it is measuring 17 inches in length, and if I should stretch that, it will go up to 19, so that's good. So now what we're going to do is, for the last stitch here, let me just redo that. So I'm going to show you what to do. So you're going to yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, you're going to pull through 2, and you're not going to finish because we're going to join our next color. So you're going to use your next color to pull through and close off from this one, and then you're just going to give it a tie, and then you're going to fasten off. Okay, so now that we have done so, then you're going to chain 1, turn your work, and these 2 that we just fastened off, we're just going to weave them in as we go along. So yarn over, and let me just put them on the other side so it's better to weave it in. Okay, so now you're going to go back into that same stitch, the first stitch, and you're going to place 1 double crochet, and this is how you are going to end and start your new row. If you want to weave in the tail ends afterwards, you can do that, but it makes the work easier if you weave in your tail end as you go along. So I am just going to continue doing this all the way until I get to the end, and then I will repeat the same exact thing that I just did here. So you're just basically repeating this until you get to the desired length. So I will be putting that on the screen so you can follow along for the sizes. So once you reach to the desired length, then you will add 4 more rows, and that is going to be for the brim. So I'm going to put all of that on the screen so you can follow along. So just continue to do this. Once you get to the end here, you will change again to black, and you will do it the same exact way as I just showed you. If you don't remember, feel free to rewind the video so that you can do it. So I'll see you then. So now I have come to my last stitch, which is the 3 chains that we skipped. You're going to yarn over, go in on top of that stitch. Just redo that. Okay, and we're going to do the same. Pull through 2, get our new color, and pull through, give it a tie, and then fasten off. Chain 1, turn. So you can either chain 2 if you'd like, but I'm just chaining 1 at the moment. So now I'm going to try to work with it on this side. Let's see. I did work with it on the other side, but I'm going to do it on this side this time. Okay. And then you just continue to make your stitches until you get to the end. You'll just repeat the same exact thing. So continue this, and I'll see you at the end of making my rows. So guys, now I have come to the end, and I have my last stitch here remaining, which I'm placing in my last double crochet, and this is what the hat looks like so far. So I can do the measurement so you can see. So this is measuring from the top here to the bottom. It is measuring 9¼ inches, so you can see. So from there to here, it's 9¼ so that is perfect because I want the hat to flip over. So remember I told you to add 4 extra rows for the flip over of the hat. That's what I did. So before the flip over, the hat is actually measuring 7 inches in length here, so that is perfect for the child size. So now what we're going to do is we are going to be stitching our hat together. So you're going to fold this over. So look for the side that looks like the right side and make sure that it is facing each other when you flip it over like this. And this side is my wrong side here. So what we're going to do is you can either use this bottom where we started our foundation from for the brim part of the hat, or you can use the top. But what I am going to do, just for easier access, if you don't want to fasten off and then reconnect your yarn, what you can do is just do like a single crochet row around the top here, go all the way around, and then you can just sew from here, go all the way down and close the top here. But if you're not doing that and you want to do it just the way I am doing it, which I am not going to, I am just going to go ahead and seam from here down to the bottom and then reattach my yarn and then seam the top because I am going to use this part for the brim. So I'm just going to just pull it from here, insert my hook into this first double crochet, and pull it through. So we will be doing some slip stitches all the way down to the end here. So chain 1, go into the stitch, like you can either go into the double crochet that is laying down, or you can go underneath the double crochet, but just do that all the way down to the end, and I'll meet you there. So guys, now I have reached down to the bottom, and what I'm going to do is I am just going to go into the bottom of this double crochet here, and then into where we have that slip knot, right into that bottom part, and then we're going to do our last slip stitch there, and then chain 1 and then fasten off. So you can flip it over to see what it looks like. So now I am going to fasten off here. I'm going to weave the tail end in afterwards. I have 2 tail ends here to weave in, so I'll weave those in afterwards. So now I am going to rejoin my yarn on the top. So going into the first stitch here on both sides. I'll just redo that. Give it a chain 1 and a tie. And then you're going to go into each and every stitch on both sides and slip stitch. I know it's black, so it's hard to see, but you will be able to see it on your end if that's the same color you're using. So I'm going into both stitches on each side of the hat, and I'm gonna do that all the way until I get to the end here. So I'll see you there. So guys, now I have come to the end here, and I'm just gonna make a chain 1 there, fasten off, and there it is. The top of the hat is completed. And now what you're gonna do is you can just go ahead and weave your tail end in. I did went ahead and I weave in all my other tail ends. So all I did was just to pick up into the stitches like this, take my time and pull it, and I do that where it's not going to show on the right side. Okay, I can fasten out from there. That is good enough. So there is the hat, and I'm just going to flip it over on the right side. Make sure that you use your fingers to push out the corners. Okay, and you can see how nicely joined that is at the top. And this is the complete hat. And this is where we join at the side here. You can either, let me see, yeah. So this is where we join at the side, and you can see that all the stitches are matching up with each other. So now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna fold this over to the 4 rows that we did. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is to the white. So let me just carry this over a little bit, and there it is. So what you can do is you can actually do a little slip stitch here just to make this part a bit pointy, but you don't have to, because once you put this on your head it will show the little pointy ear there. So I have this heart that I made, and I want to put it like right here, like a little bit slanted. So if you want to know how to make this heart, I do have a tutorial on how to make these little tiny hearts, so I will link it next to this video. This is optional, you don't have to put anything on your hat. It is super cute as is, and you can wear it down just like this if you don't want to wear it with the brim up. So I am just going to go ahead and sew this on. If you have fabric glue, and if you choose to do this same exact thing, you can do it, and you can use fabric glue to just glue it down opposed to sewing it on. So our hat is pretty much done, other than I'm just going to place this little heart right here, and I'm just going to go into my little stitches like this and just do some basic in and out stitches. just like that. If you want to know how to sew it on, if you don't have fabric glue, I am just showing you how to do so if you decided to do this. But as I stated, it is optional. You don't have to. So I'm going to do this all the way around and I'll see you at the end. So guys, now I have come to the end of sewing down my heart, and there it is. So I'm just going to fasten off, just do a little bit of weave in. Just kind of go into my stitches underneath the heart. And then fasten off. So there it is. It is looking super cute. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you love the way how this hat turns out, and if you want to make one of your own, you can go ahead and do so for a friend or for your own child, whoever, or for your own self. So thank you again for watching. Until next time. Bye.